Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we know today, the president made the choice of giving us the new chairperson of the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission. And that is none other than Erastus Edung. The man comes and hails from Turkana County, an advocate of the former Turkana governor, Josephat Nanok, and the current deputy chief of staff, yes, himself, Josephat Nanok. But where did the president change his mind? And where did the president reach to a decision of changing his mind from giving his long term ally the position to serve as the IEBC chair? Charles NYACHAE was named as the most preferable candidate for the IEBC chairperson, having all the experience required to become the IEBC chairman. But President William Ruto changed his mind at long last. Apart from that, we also had the other name, a long-term standing ally of the former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, the former judiciary magistrate, that is Annie Amadi. She was also a very culpable candidate to take up the mantle as the new IEBC chairperson. These were the two names that we all debated about on who really deserves to sit on the high table at the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. But the president was holding a wild card for us. He was hiding this card deep in his pocket. And when time came, he surprised the whole nation by his opinion of the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission chairperson. He gave us Erastus Edung, a young man, 48 years of age, who served as a legal advisor to the Turkana County government when the current deputy chief of staff, Josephat Nanok, was the governor of Turkana County. Let me tell you, what changed the president's mind? You know, before all this, before the name of NYACHAE came up in the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission chairpersonship, the name was always mentioned back in Uhuru's government because NYACHAE served as the High Commissioner of Kenya in Tanzania. I mean, the High Commissioner is the same as the Ambassador of Kenya in Tanzania. So NYACHAE was Kenya's ambassador in Tanzania. But after 2017 election, he fell out with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta because Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta then in 2018 came into an agreement with the ODM party leader Raila Amolo Odinga through the handshake that they were going to work together as they are currently doing under the broad-based government with William Ruto. So NYACHAE lost his position as the ambassador of Kenya to Tanzania. So NYACHAE came back to Kenya and he started campaigning for William Ruto. He started rallying the Kisiis behind William Ruto for the 2022 general election. And when Ruto was elected, NYACHAE expected a high-profile job from President William Ruto. But Ruto was reluctant in giving NYACHAE a job. The man was a magistrate. So when the time came for the replacement of IEBC chair, NYACHAE's name came up and he was the most preferable candidate for William Ruto. Amadi's name was the most preferable name for Raila Amolo Odinga. But things took a U-turn. When did things change? When Fred Matiang'i returned in the country. When Fred Matiang'i returned in the country, the reception that Matiang'i received in Kisii changed the mind of the president. The president had already settled for NYACHAE to become the IEBC chair. But when Matiang'i returned, all cards changed. Even NYACHAE getting a position in the commission was ruled out. Even Ahmad getting the position, any position in the commission was ruled out because of what? Remember what happened in the year 2022. When the election results were announced by the chairperson Wafula Chebukati, we heard the defecting Cherera 4, who took their place at Serena Hotel to announce that they were not siding with the election results that were given by Chebukati. So President William Ruto had to avoid a recurrence of the 2022 incident in 2027. So what he did, he put out the name of NYACHAE and that of Ahmadi aside. He decided, for this time round, I'm going to deal with newbies who have no affiliation to anybody. But one that when people try to locate his connection with me, it will be far distant. How am I saying that? The connection of one Erastus Edung Edekon is dated not to the president, but to the deputy chief of staff to the president, the former governor of Turkana, Josephat Nanok. Are we together? So that is the card and the wild card that the president played around with us. I mean, the man is a total genius in how he carries himself. You have to give it to President William Ruto. I mean, in terms of thinking politically and playing out the right cards, hey, President William Ruto always outmaneuvers. And when it comes, think about it. This man is 48 years of age. Si mulikuwa mnataka IEBC led by young brains and young brilliant Kenyans. We have picked a young man from the ethnic minority from Turkana County. Where on earth would you think that somebody from Turkana would be the determiner of who really becomes the president of the Republic of Kenya? Where on earth? That is the president playing the right, his political game, because that is the game that he is best at. Bwana Ruto is not a joke for you. He knew if one NYACHAE is given this position and in 2027 Matiang'i is vying, knowing that the reception that Matiang'i received in Kisii, and NYACHAE is a Kisii. For the first time, Kisiis are seeing that they can really get to clinch to power and to clinch to presidency. Bwana, NYACHAE being there, it would be ruled out that Matiang'i is the winner. But with this man called Erastus Edung Edokon, even if Ruto is ruled as the president, mutasema chairperson amemfanya president, kwani ni wa kabila yake? Ulisikia yeye na Ruto wanahusiana wapi? It is called the game of politics. It's a wild game and one of the dirtiest, and the most dirty politician always take the win. And William Ruto is not an angel in that game. He is the best chess player when it comes to the chessboard of politics. Bwana amepanga panga hapa, ukasikia Ahmadi hata yuko kwa commission, yuko kwa commissioners, NYACHAE yuko kwa commissioners, because he knew Ahmadi is ties and relationship to the Odingas is so much. Yani, this woman, I was told that in the year 2022 during the election, when Raila Amolo Odinga lost the election, she also lost it because she believed that Raila Amolo Odinga would really win the election that time. Tuko pamoja. So imagine if now she would be in the commission as either a commissioner or a chairperson at the time that the elections of the year 2027 are being conducted, and Raila Amolo Odinga's candidate is there against William Ruto, Bwana Ahmadi would have ruled in favor of the Raila Odinga's candidate. So William Ruto avoided that. On the other side, anajua NYACHAE ni Mkisii, Matiang'i ni Mkisii, hapa wataungana, wataniweka nje. Wataweza kuungana na watu wa mlima, waseme mimi nje. So the best thing I can do is to bring a new face, one that is unpopular among them, Erastus Edung Edokon. Yes, now you know. The man is currently the new IEBC chairperson that we have in the 254. Wadau, maoni yenu ni yapi so kulingana na hii analysis ya kwetu? Leave your comment to the comment section. See you in our next video. Adios.